Let's do this. Alta-cast.
WFTS TV reports that 32-year-old Brian Anderson of Dundee told dispatchers Tuesday that two gun-carrying men took his necklace, money, and phone before jumping into a car and driving away. Polk County Sheriff's deputies went to the scene and quickly realized that a robbery never happened. In a Facebook post, the agency said Anderson confessed, adding that on the bright side, Brian didn't have to go to his 11 a.m. shift at the restaurant. Anderson is charged with misusing the 911 system and knowingly giving false information to law enforcement. Doesn't want to work at Hardee's. That makes sense. It's like calling in a bomb threat to your high school or something like that. Oh, I don't want to take the test.
I just quit.
So you call in the bomb threat. This guy, his necklace, he was robbed. Florida man.
Ratchet ass Florida.
Not the smartest men, Florida man.
They don't have the smartest people there.
I mean,
that's why it's the Duke of the United States.
that's why Florida man is a thing. Like, it's a game you can play.
Is it
Florida
a
man.
Florida man?
Is it a real story, or is it a news story starting with Florida man, or is it just a made up movie title thing? I can't even spell today. Well, I have no idea what's going on in the world. How are you doing?
I'm confused like you about what's going on in the world.
Is stuff still happening? Is it
there's
real?
stuff. Well, let's see. We've got We've got the Mueller report is done.
Oh,
no
right.
collusion.
Nothing happened, right?
Yeah.
Nothing.
But don't get it twisted, people. He still has plenty other investigations. Let's see. There's the.
Oh, you mean just like the whole, remember the 9/11 thing, and then they did that big report about the 9/11 report, and none of it was really real. Remember that?
What was that? The name of that report? I'm trying to remember.
The 9/11 commission report.
The commission. Yeah, I guess it was the commission report. Yeah, commission. And then let's see what else is going on in the world. We have the Cardi B stuff.
Oh, what she said, she drugged men and stole their money.
See,
Well, I know
you can't avoid it, can you?
Well, it's because all the news I learned from comics. They'd start doing sets and stuff. Now, Cardi B, she is the one who used to be a stripper.
Yeah, so
now she's a really famous rapper, and she's the one who has the song that's like, "I don't really want no friends."
She did.
I don't really want no friends now.
Yeah, got to get that shmoney. That shmoney. See, the problem is, this is young kids, people that were born in the 90s and 25 and under. This is why you do not post everything. Don't use social media as your personal diary. People are watching you. Do not admit your crimes. You're snitching on yourself.
Ah, that's what Florida man did. Snitched on himself on Facebook.
See?
Yeah.
See, I mean, I don't understand why people think that no one's going to see these things. This is the regression of humanity. This is what I'm talking about.
Well, because our memories are so short that's the whole, remember we were talking about the whole Gucci thing. Don't wear Gucci for 3 months and it'll change everything. And it's like, it's true. Our mindset, everything moves so quickly now that like it's all like high school. In a week, everyone forgets that,
Oh yeah,
so and so did what's and what, and
so and so wrote blackface.
Right.
Yeah, but like
Cardi B's explanation for drugging and robbing men only makes it worse.
We might have to do a song about her.
This is very funny.
And I don't think she has a publicist.
Her
publicist must be hood as fuck. Because
all publicity is good publicity. So
no, this is bad.
Yeah, but now everyone's gonna know. Like, if you would have said, did everybody know who Cardi B is? Now, like, people like my parents will know who she is.
Yeah, but this is kind of like what Bill Cosby, they're calling her Cardi Cosby now.
Cardi B's attempt to explain why she drugged and robbed men during her time working as a stripper has not gone down well. The Bodak Yellow rapper, what does that mean?
Bodak. That's her song.
Oh, okay. Rapper responded to criticism of a newly resurfaced years-old Instagram live clip in which she made the admission with a lengthy statement that she shared to Twitter on Tuesday. Quote, "So I'm seeing on social media that a live I did 3 years ago has popped back up. A live where I talked about things I had to do in my past, right or wrong, that I felt like I needed to do to make a living. I never claimed to be perfect or come from a perfect world with a perfect past. I always speak my truth. I always own my shit. She also doesn't own grammar. She's really sort of playing fast and loose with grammar here. I'm a part of a hip hop culture where you can talk about where you come from and talk about the wrong things you had to do to get where you are. There are rappers that glorify murder, violence, drugs, and robbing. Ooh, and robbing, not with a D, sweetheart. Crimes they feel they had to do to survive. I never glorified the things I brought up in that live. I never put those things in my music because I'm not proud of it and feel a responsibility not to glorify it. I made the choices that I did at the time because I had very limited options. I was blessed to have been able to rise from that, but so many women have not. Whether or not they were poor choices at the time, I did what I had to do to survive. The men I spoke about in my live were men that I dated, that I was involved with, men that were conscious, willing, and aware. I have a past that I can't change what we all do. Ooh, I am
bad grammar.
Bad grammar.
I am Cardi bad grammar.
And all I can do now is be a better me for myself and my family and my future. That's what she tweeted and retweeted the old thing.
I read it already. Now, let's break this down.
Let's break it down.
All right, Cardi B bad grammar. First of all, she needs to hire a publicist.
First of all, yeah,
and an English teacher.
Well, just run it
grammar.
Through spell check.
Check.
I mean, there's no apostrophes, there's no commas, there's a few periods, fast and loose with the sentence ending.
This is the English teacher.
I'm just saying, like, there's some.
It's embarrassing.
Well,
you're talking about being from the hood, and you're actually just making kind of a stereotype that people in the hood, this is how we talk, this is how how our grammar is. Not everybody that's from the hood has bad grammar like that. And then second,
surviving Cardi B.
Yeah,
that's so funny.
Second, the fact that she talked about, like, okay, hip hop artists or rap artists, talk about their crimes and stuff. You know what the difference is? If they do talk about it, it's either storytelling in their song and it's not posted on an IG live where you're snitching on yourself.
Right.
Okay? This is why, to me, she's not a true rapper. I mean, because all she's doing is she's obsessed with social media all the time. And how it all started out was basically she was going to sue some bloggers, and the blogger that one of the people that was her ex-friend, basically of defamation. And then the blogger found out this is a post that she put up a couple years ago, not that long ago, just a couple years ago. Yeah,
this was a live. So when she's saying a live, she did it was like a live
Instagram live. Yeah, it was Instagram live. Which again, you don't post shit like that. You don't post shit up like that. She's always posting everything that she does in her goddamn life.
Yeah, just like the president. But where else do we get trickled down from the top? I mean.
And then on top of that, she's using hip hop as like, well, basically it's glorified. All we do in hip hop is glorify violence and stealing. That's not true either.
I mean, some guys have gotten ahead with
listen, bitches like the great. Well, if you listen to the lyrics to the song of Cop Killer, that's Body Count with Ice-T. Listen to the lyrics of Cop Killer. That's and Fuck the Police by NWA. If you listen to the lyrics. And then on top of that, some hip-hop artists, rap, because there's a difference, have gotten caught because they've admitted to crimes in their song. Mm. So that's not bright either. But she's not taking responsibility for what she said and did.
Her trademark catchphrase, ochre, saying it was right to take as much money as she could off it. I mean, if guys are going to be stupid, and I get it too, she drugged and raped her. I mean, wow. But she kind of defends herself, saying it's what I had to do at the time.
No, she didn't. No, she didn't. She did not have to. No, the bitch didn't have no kids. She just was, it was just her, okay? You don't have to do that in order to, you're struggling right now, right?
Financially, yeah. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
you want to fuck me? Yeah. Let's go to this hotel, and then
Exactly.
I drugged
Exactly.
N-words up and robbed them. That's what I used to do.
So we're
It's
all
not
struggling
okay
right now.
if she would have been a dude
Exactly.
right now.
That's what I'm
if
saying.
she was a dude right now, things would be nuts. If you
Yes.
just switched the genders
Thank
and said,
Thank you.
if it was like Cardi B was a boy, and yeah, I used to take bitches to this hotel. You want to fuck me? I take him to a hotel room. I drug him and I steal their money.
Yeah.
What?
Exactly.
What? The people would be
It's a double standard.
They'd be outraged.
It's a double standard.
Absolutely.
And what
It's
I'm
absolute
saying,
double standard.
yeah, what I'm saying, wrong is wrong.
Well,
if it was a female or a
I think
dude.
that feminists are getting it wrong too here. In that, I mean, feminism is equality, straight up.
Yes.
This is not a feminist act. This sucks because this is putting feminism back, saying that, well, she's a girl, so what? So what? She drugged and robbed some people a couple of years ago. Whatever, she was a girl. She did what she had to do to survive.
Exactly. That's
if you flip the gender, the whole thing is that puts feminism back. It should be equality. Feminists should say, "Fuck you, no."
Yeah, where's
this
the
is
Me
not
Too?
okay.
Where's Me Too?
Where's the Me Too?
This is
This
is very Bill Cosby-esque.
Yeah.
It is.
Sure.
I mean, though she probably didn't say that she actually raped them or anything, she still drugged them. She took advantage of them. She took money.
Usually you don't want to rape guys. Like, oh, I really need dick so bad. I want to rape this guy. Like, really?
The whole thing is you took advantage of a person.
Totally.
And plus, drugging someone, we don't know what happened to these dudes. Like, if they had to go to the hospital, did they get a reaction?
We don't know what drugs she was using.
You don't know what drug. I mean, it's the same standard. Wrong is wrong, point blank, period. And first of all, that whole thing about she had to do this in order to survive, bitch, no you didn't. No you did not. First of all, I've been a hoe, not a prostitute hoe, but I know what I had to do sometimes to eat. I probably would have to suck some dick sometimes for a steak dinner, but that was in my 20s because I wanted a steak dinner. but in order to survive, you don't have to hurt people. That's bullshit.
Yeah.
It ain't like she had kids, she was just surviving on her own. Maybe she had to take care of her family, but hurting people ain't no way to
drug and rob men.
That's no way to survive.
And you shouldn't drug and rob anyone, whether they're men or women.
No,
it's a crime.
wrong. It's a crime.
I mean,
someone could die.
Yeah, but just that you're manipulating them without their knowledge. You're giving them
consent.
Drugs. Yeah, there's no consent there. It takes away, you took away the right of that human to make their own choices.
Right.
It's not cool.
It's not cool. It is a crime.
Sorry.
And honestly,
and I'm a feminist, but I feel like we should be equal in this shit. And when we cry and go, oh, but I'm a girl, it's like, well, we want equality. We should have equality.
This is the part of the equality that we're talking about.
And fair isn't equal. Fair is what everybody needs. But you can't go around. Nobody needs money that badly.
That's like killing someone,
Yeah, it's morally wrong to take away someone's ability to make their own choices and decisions in a moment.
You're harming someone.
But just because you say, oh, do you want to fuck me? Come on, let's go to this hotel. And they're like, well, they're stupid. Why would they do that? Because they were trying to take advantage of me or whatever. And it's like, and that's like you're using then it's really against my feminist ideals because it's specifically using your body.
You're prostituting.
Yeah, but that's the other thing is, I mean, like, I'm kind of down. I wish that prostitution was like legal and we could own our own labor.
Listen, we've all prostituted ourselves somewhere. Like
marriage used to be, it's a contract.
Yeah.
Jump right in there, and then they said for the longest time, well, once you get married, you consent for life, and it's like, well, no.
I just mentioned I just probably sucked dick for a steak dinner once.
Hey, who hasn't?
But I'm just keeping it real. But I ain't gonna post that shit. Oh wait, I just did.
Oops. I mean, but who? What is Valentine's Day?
Prostitution.
Like,
with
isn't
roses.
it just? Yeah, it's like I'm gonna spend money on you to show these people that we're somehow in a contract and this is what this means, and
I mean,
let's show everybody.
Working in a service industry, I have to look a certain way in order to make better tips.
Oh yeah, I have a low cut shirt on today. I'll get better tips.
Yeah, I mean and unfortunately that's the way it is. But also too, I don't mind getting pretty and dressed up. I don't feel like I'm demeaning myself to that point. This is just wrong.
So last week I did a little experiment during my job, and I switched. I'm usually point of sale, and I do the fryer, and I do the money, and I wash my hands a lot. But I just decided I want to just do the grill. I'm going to be the person in charge of the burgers and the meat and the blah, blah, blah. And I cooked really hard, and I did a great job. We both did really well. We got way less tips because the dude was on the register.
Oh.
And so I was like, I really got to do point of sales, because just a little smile and a little la la la, we get better tips.
And
I mean,
as much as we could say it's that's sexist, but it's actually
like
just
to look at girls.
That's just men and women will not be the same on that level when it comes to that. I mean, sometimes.
Thank you for tipping me if you think I'm rich. That's nice that you feel sorry for me. I don't know what people feel when they tip. They're like, what's this old lady?
I don't think they feel
bar?
sorry for you.
Like,
I don't think they feel sorry for you. I think it's because you have a pretty smile and you have personality.
Thank you. I've never had to drug men. I don't think I've ever drugged a dude in any way. Even like in movies in the 80s, they're like, yeah, get them drunk, or
Spanish fly.
Yeah, like somehow mess with them and make them. I've been watching these really bad 80s movies, and I have to say, I'm really upset. And I would like to start watching them and count how many minutes it is before they say something incredibly offensive. So I was just watching.
Did you watch 16 Candles?
No. That one's, there's a lot of racism in there with Long Duck Dong and all that. But I was watching Johnny Be Good.
Oh, wow. I forgot about that.
Yeah,
that's Anthony Michael Hall, right?
Anthony Michael Hall and
Robert Downey Jr.
Robert Downey Jr.
Oh, I forgot about
and
that.
And the guy from, the teacher guy from
Breakfast
Club. He's the coach. And they say faggot in the first 30 seconds.
Sounds about white.
They say not pussies, they say cream puffs and faggots in the very. So they open on this scene where there's a guy praying. He's praying with his football team that they will have the strength and blah, blah, blah. And he says, and that they will not have false starts or be offsides like cream puffs and faggots. And I was like, what the fuck? This is so machismo. We can count but the anti-gay rhetoric in movies from the 80s and early 90s is pervasive. And then the misogyny, that whole movie is based on the idea that he's being wooed from high school to go to a college, and they throw alcohol, which is for underage because he's obviously 18, and they give him a margarita. They're constantly drinking, glorifying that underage drinking, and then also just throwing women at him. They're all in bikinis. They're all walking around. None of them have any. They're all like, I can help you. And the one black guy goes, oh, I said I'd go to this Texas college if they got me 2 Asian girls. And 2 Asian girls show up, and they have Texas accents, and he walks off with them. And it's like,
I have to rewatch this movie.
It is, but that's the thing, is that these were just, this was a PG movie.
This is the norm.
PG comedy movie in the 80s and 90s that we grew up with, that just embeds misogyny and homophobia into the very cores of our being, that women are worthless and they're just used as pieces of meat to throw around. They're just decorative. They're decorative pieces that you get to fuck. One of them, even in that first scene, it's his wife. And she's like in this, I mean, it's so crazy. It depicts women either as brainless bimbos that are only meant for men's amusement, or the only woman who's in charge of her own faculties happens to be married. She's cheating on her husband and trying to get with the young football player. And it's like, so you depict women in these, and this is a PG.
I can't believe, not PG-13.
Maybe it's PG-13, but it's on Amazon Prime right now. So I'm really disappointed in. And then the other one I watched recently was Teen Witch, and it's this girl.
Oh my God, I love
and then
that
she
movie.
makes the boy love her, but then she changes the way she looks, and she gets sexy.
She gets sexy, and people like her that more.
And then
she
she's
gets
so
popular,
and it's.
What was the song in that?
Oh my God! And they dance. These
I used to do that.
These crazy dance things, and I was like,
I
this is
love
funny
Teen
to watch.
Witch.
Okay, it is
it's
horrible.
So
just the messages.
Top that.
Yeah,
top that.
That was so great.
Top that. Yes, I remember that movie.
The people rapping, the white guys
so corny.
rapping, the white guys rapping. It was so okay, but I can watch it now with. I can watch it now with critical thought, and I can say, what the fuck were we thinking back then? It wasn't me. I was the one being influenced by this. And of course I have And if that's just with misogyny and homophobia, like the racism is embedded in there
Oh,
too.
yeah.
Like you can
watch Weird Science again.
Oh my God, I haven't seen Weird Science.
Yeah, with Kelly LeBrock, and then the part when they're in the Black Blues Club, and then Anthony Michael Hall was in a lot of. He was a Johnny B. Good, and then 16 Candles. He tried to take advantage of what's her face that when she passed out. Yeah, and then Anthony Michael Hall and Weird Science was talking that black slang when he got really drunk. In the Black Blues Club. Yeah, that jive. But yeah, I watched Weird Science again not too long ago. I'm just like, this movie's kind of fucked up. They're building a woman. They're building a dream. But she obviously turns out to be more smart, a little bit more smarter than them. But the fact of the
objectification.
Thank you.
Yeah,
you know,
absolutely.
And then there is some racism in that too. But yeah.
I'm just... So
I gotta watch Johnny B. Good again.
I'm so flabbergasted every time I watch a movie from the 80s or 90s.
We're taking a break.
Because it's so